Okay, thanks for tuning in for another flight test. Not so much a flight test, this is going to be a very quick vid of unboxing and just having a look at the components of this new Durafly Mk1a Spitfire. And we'll put it together as well and see if there are any build tips that I can fathom out along the way. Okay, so first of all, it comes in a great box. You know, the Spitfire has a lot of history behind it, and a lot of people around the world are very passionate about it, and it looks to me like Durafly are giving it the respect that it deserves by putting it in this nice box. But let's more importantly have a look inside it and see what we get. Okay, so everything unboxed and unwrapped, and let's have a look at the components quickly. So fuselage, so rudder hinged and all the rods in place. Looks like we've just got to hook those up. Elevator slots onto these plastic mountings. Steerable tailwheel. The underneath XT60 connector for our battery, which presumably stays in there. 4 screws or bolts to hold the wing on. Opening up the hatch, you can see that the speed controller is already installed. You get a nice Velcro strap to hold the LiPo battery in place, labelled leads for elevator, LED and rudder. LED, interesting, to go into the receiver, and that just goes on like that. Pilot up the front, doesn't look too bad, pre-painted, nothing to do there. Looks like we've got an LED on top here. Can't see one anywhere else, so maybe just the one LED. Looking at the wing, again they've nicely labelled the servo leads, gear, flap and aileron. Some scale markings on top. Look underneath. Undercarriage looks really nice actually. The servo's already glued in. They've got these paper covers in the same colour as the underside of the wing to match in. Split flaps. 2 split flaps actually. That's interesting. And all you've got to do is hook up the servo to the horn on the aileron. Looks like there's an LED. Yeah, so it looks good. Elevator, already hinged. Looks like it slides apart, and there's a ball link there to connect it up to the servo arm. 3-blade prop with nice yellow tips and the spinner. You get the control rods as well. 3-4 bags of screws. You get a screwdriver, an Allen key, and looks like there's other little scale details like an aerial to add on top. Scoop that goes underneath probably the wing. I'm not sure what this is, but no doubt that fits on somewhere. The instructions will cover that. The other thing, you do get quite a lot of decals to put on, but as have found with a lot of kits over the years that you have to spend an hour cutting them all out. Doesn't look like you'll have to do it with this, because they're all pre-cut, so you can literally peel them off and stick them straight onto the model in the right place, and so that you get that and these roundels as well. So after all those have been put on, I bet it's going to look fantastic and even better in the air. I've bought a 3-cell and a 4-cell pack with XT60 connectors to try out. Be interesting to see what the performance difference is between the two. So we're going to put it together now, and I'll shoot a little bit of vid straight after that to show it working, and a little bit of a power test, and then we'll fly it tomorrow morning. Okay, just finished assembling the Durafly Spitfire, and it was really easy, not a lot to it really. You just have to slide in each half of the elevator and put a couple of screws on either side and one into the actual joiner, connect up the control rods and put those onto the ball joints, screwing the wing on top on the bottom with 4 screws, and connecting up the flaps and the ailerons on each side. The only difficult bit is the ball joint. If you don't have the tool to do that, then you can just use a strong pair of pliers to pinch it together firmly, and then finish it off by actually clicking it onto the ball joint. But just be careful when you're doing that. Some nice scale features like this air scoop, the air scoops underneath, and the radio mast on top, and of course the LEDs actually, which leads into the rudder, I think, to give it power. And you've got one there and one on each wing tip, one red on that wing and one green on the other one. Just to show the retracts operation, which is pretty smooth. And the flaps, and turn the model around so you can see that from the back as well. And everything else works pretty well. They're smooth servos. Let's do a quick power test. So this has got a 3-cell lipo in it. Got quite a bit of pull, so that's going to whiz around the sky, I think, and even faster with a 4S lipo, which I'll also try out. Okay, so no other real build tips. As they say in the manual, it takes longer to apply the decals than it does to put the model together. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll fly it tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.